It is Sunday afternoon where I am here in Surat, Ilocos Norte, Philippines, which means it's just after midnight if you are on the East Coast, and then add another hour, or actually, in this case, reduce another hour the further you go west. So welcome to my first coffee chat. I just came up with this idea. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I'm going to try and do this more often to keep in touch with people on YouTube, give them more opportunity to know what's going on in my life, to become part of activities that I'm involved in, to get insight on the products that I sell, the services that I provide, get previews of new upcoming products, and of course, training footage, information, advice, tips, philosophies, etc. Okay, so it's been quite an eventful weekend. I mean, if you want to go back to Valentine's Day on the 14th, my birthday on the 17th, but even before that, on the 12th, we went to Manila for our first getaway since we've been back in the Philippines. The 12th was my 1-year anniversary in the Philippines, by the way. And that to me is more important than my birthday, which was on the 17th, because the 12th is my rebirth day. That's when I started my life over again under my own terms. I no longer have to deal with unorganized, and that's the nicest thing I can say about the schools in China. I've dedicated my life now to my fitness and my grandchildren. So when I say fitness, I mean both personally and professionally. Other than that, I'm pretty much retired and not much to say about it. Let's start off with the elephant in the room. I do have a belly. I do not have a six-pack. And I'm at a point in my life where I'm actually very proud of my physique, except for this. So that's where I'm turning all of my attention towards for the next couple of months to reduce this. I'm still going to train all my body parts. In fact, right after this, as soon as I finish this coffee, I'm going to do chest and triceps. But I'm increasing the cardio. I'm cinching the knot on the diet. Hate the word diet, by the way. The food plan, nutrition plan, whatever you want to say. I don't like the word diet. So I know that I have a belly. I'm well aware of it. Please don't tell me something I already know. Now, here's the excuse part of it. I've had stomach surgery, and I'll never have six-pack abs. I mean, I hate to compare myself to The Rock, but he has publicly stated the same. So having stomach surgery definitely will reduce the likelihood of having a tight, flat stomach, but it can definitely get better. I'm not going to lie about that, and I'm willing to take the steps. A lot of people don't think that I'm a capable trainer because I have a gut, and if that's the only thing you're basing it on, then you're wrong. I have tons of experience. I've been training in the gym for over 30 years. I've been studying fitness for at least half of that time, if not more, going on websites and reading up, watching every video I can get my hands on. Only after all of that, then did I attempt to get certified in it. So I am a certified fitness coach. I do have an extensive personal training background. I'm not certified as such, but I would argue that I'm just as qualified as anyone who has that certification. I am a certified fitness coach, like I said, though. And if you know who C.T. Fletcher is, he's one of the best trainers in the world, and he does not have that certification. Experience really is important here. I know people who have multiple certifications who don't even know the difference between training for bodybuilding and training for powerlifting. Still believe that you can spot reduce body fat. So there's a lot of people who might have the paperwork and are just not qualified, so be careful who you pick. That being said, I do have a few slots available. I'll probably be taking 3 or 4 more clients. That's about it. I don't want to have so many that it takes away from my attention from my original clients. I just want a small group of about 5 to 7 clients who that I can make a long-term commitment with. If you sign up now, I am offering a digital version of my fitness book, which was just released recently, free of charge. So I'll be happy to take on a couple of more clients, a few more. I'm not concerned about the fact that you're in a different time zone. I have an alarm clock. I have no issue setting it 30 minutes before your session, having my coffee, and then being ready to go. Speaking of which, good coffee. So today I'm going to do chest and triceps with my Toro Band resistance bands. That is a brand that I wanted to try for at least 2 years. I was finally able to get them to send me a pair here to the Philippines. I don't want to go through the whole rigmarole that I had to go through to get it, but I had to have it sent to different people. I had to send money to different people. You know what? It was worth it. They're great. They're a upscale, heavy-duty resistance band set. You get 4 bands, 40 pounds of resistance, 60, 70, 80, and then of course when you go above 80 you can add on the other ones. So it can go up to 350 pounds if you take into account, I don't know the term that the physicists would use, sorry, with all due respect to the Big Bang Theory. But when you add multiple bands on, it provides additional resistance. Because if you add up all the bands, it's 250 individually. But when you combine them, there is a way of finding out. I'm not going to lie to you, I don't know, but they are 350 worth of resistance when combined. So I really recommend those. They're not cheap. They cost about $200. But if you use my discount code, which I can provide to you later, it's slightly less than 100, so it's 50% off more or less. I love them. I use them every day. I haven't lifted a weight since probably November because the bands are doing it for me, and quite frankly, they take a lot less time than working out in your home gym, which is what I was doing. It was taking me over 2 hours to do the same chest and tricep workout that I could do in less than an hour with resistance bands. And that's because you have to keep switching everything back and forth. In a public gym, you do your bench press, and then you move over to the incline press bench. But here, you have to take everything off, you got to strip it down, then you got to build everything back up after you change the bench position, and it just, the time really catches up with it. I'm thinking maybe in June I'll try again, but I want to be careful too, because everyone I know who's had a torn pec has done it bench pressing. So that's why I love the bands. And yes, I'm definitely seeing results. For those people who scoff and say that you cannot build muscle with resistance bands, I simply say do your research. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. So today's routine. By the way, I do 2 body parts a day. So it's 6 days a week. The second set of body parts, which begins Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even though today's Sunday because my vacation threw everything off. But the second set, normally Thursday, Friday, Saturday, every exercise has an advanced technique added to the end. So that's what I'll be doing today. Did I say wow? See, wow, changes. I'm not doing chest and triceps. I'm doing shoulders and legs. And I even wrote it down in advance. I only write down the first weight. I don't write down how many reps I'm going to do the first set. And I don't write the weight increases because, first of all, I'm superstitious in this sense, and I think it's bad luck. But also, if you're feeling stronger or weaker, I don't like to have to cross out in my book. So I'm doing shoulders and legs today. So we're going to start with the military press. I do it seated because I get a better range of motion. And I'm not a tall guy, I'm 5'11". So doing standing presses with any resistance band, they're just not designed to go that high. So you only get to go about here. But if I sit down, I can definitely go higher, get a fuller range of motion. By the way, you don't want to go too low on it. Go about to the middle of your ears. So the knuckle of your thumb should match up with your ears. That's a perfect place to stop. So I'll do 3 sets of those. On the 4th set, I'll include rest pause. Rest pause is a technique where after I complete my desired amount of reps, I rest for 10 to 12 seconds and I bust out 3 more reps, rest again, bust out 2 more, rest again, bust out 1. Then I move on to my favorite exercise, and I'm not saying this sarcastically. Side raises, lateral raises, I love these, and I can definitely see the results. This will give you width in your shoulder girdle, which is very good for someone like me because it helps create the V-taper, which creates the illusion that your waist is narrower when in fact it may not be. So I need all the help I can get in that area. A lot of people do it from the front, which I don't recommend. It's called a side lateral, so that's what I do. I do it from the side. The reason being from the front, I've already done my front delts. I don't need to engage them any further. So then I move on to rear delts, which now I'm doing with face pulls. Before that, oh, by the way, I'm sorry, let's go back in time. With the 2nd set, the side raises, the special technique that I use, partial reps. Once I do my desired full range of motion reps and I can't go further anymore, then I start doing the half reps. I like to go from the upper half. I feel like I'm getting that extra on my shoulder. Some people will do the bottom half, and that's okay too. You know, just squeeze out. I'd probably do about 5 or 6 partial reps. Then, as I was saying, the face pull, I do that as a drop set. But I do, instead of doing like 2 drop sets like most people do, I do 3 or 4. And then I move on to legs. Squats is also rest pause, I believe. Let me double check my training book. I'm almost positive, yes. Yes, it is. When I do squats, my first set irritates my knee pretty badly. But I do know that once I start the 2nd set, the knee pain is gone. So if I can tough it through the 1st set, the rest of them are easy. And remember, I'm practicing progressive overload. So the 2nd set is higher than the 1st, the 3rd is heavier than the 1st, the 3rd set is heavier than the 2nd, the 4th set is heavier than the 3rd. And then, like I said, we'll do the rest pause again. So then I move on to quads. Right now I'm doing Romanian deadlifts. I'm having a hard time finding a perfect resistance band hamstring workout. I've done pull-throughs. Sometimes I feel it, sometimes I don't. Romanian deadlifts is very reliant on doing proper technique. If I don't do the exact proper technique, I don't feel it. The best thing would be to use the ankle straps and do lying leg curls. But it's just very time consuming and difficult to get yourself in the bands and then to change up the weights. So if I were to do it, it would be best if I just use the same weight the whole time. Otherwise, it's just a hassle. And then finally, I finish up with calves. Right now, I'm doing a calf raise with resistance bands being anchored on the bottom of the door. When I do the calf, I lean slightly forward to further engage and isolate the calf muscles. I've always had decent calf muscles. That's my strongest body part, and it bothers me so much to have to say it. You know, people go, "Oh, I got great shoulders. Oh, my chest is really big. My arms are long." I gotta say calves. At least I'm being honest, and at least I'm fortunate enough that I do have a body part that responds quite well. But the ego in me wishes it was something that is more noticeable. I am getting noticed as I walk in the streets. People ask me, do I exercise every day, or what do I do? Somebody said to me, "Oh, you must be in the military because your arms are so big." I'm not quite sure. I guess because they train a lot? I don't know. So I'm about to do this workout. I'm trying to do better on my diet. It's very hard to do so here for a couple of reasons. One, because I oversee a convenience store that I own, where I'm the only one. I'm overseeing myself, basically, for 7 hours a day, 6 days a week. And it's a tight little area. It's hot. There's no Wi-Fi. And I'm surrounded by chips and soda. So I'm not eating because I'm hungry. I'm eating because I'm bored. They distract me. But then here in the Philippines, a large portion of the cuisine of the food revolves around fried pork. So yeah, I do my best, but it's just, I can't eat a chicken breast 3 times a day. I wish I could. It takes time, costs money, so sometimes you gotta eat. So my best goal is to eat as healthy as I can during the day, and then if we go out or if we have company for dinner, then just to eat moderately. It might not be the healthiest food, but I won't eat too much of it. What else? Oh, so my other problem is we like to watch a movie at night, and again, distraction eating. I have tried to change it up. I try and avoid chips, which my wife is right next to me eating. I try and do either carrot sticks or apple slices. And then the other problem is purely psychological, but I wake up a lot during the night. Maybe 3 nights a week, 4 nights a week, I wake up 2 or 3 times a night. And I have it conditioned in my head that if I eat something, I'll go back to sleep. And the truth of the matter is that I don't go back to sleep either way, so why do I keep eating? And I just have to keep, every time I wake up, I go, oh, let me get this, or let me eat that. I have to tell myself, why? You're still not going to sleep, so you may as well be healthier. Okay, so it's a little overcast here today, which is very untypical, not typical. A little bit of a breeze. So I'm going to begin my workout soon. So remember, it's shoulders and legs today. I realize now, because I was writing down tomorrow's workout in advance, that's why chest and tris were in my head. In my head, zombie. That's the only part of the song I know. So, if you're interested in purchasing my newest fitness book, that can be done. If you are seeking online training, I would be happy to provide you that service. I have supplements that are available exclusively in China, which is where I lived for the last 4 years. But I also am now dealing with companies that are located worldwide, such as HT/LT Supplements, Harder Than Last Time, Old School Labs, iHerb, Goli, FHP, which is a Filipino-based company with worldwide connections. So, and don't forget Toro Bands, very important. Also, don't forget to watch my full training sessions on 99c.fit. It is a cutting-edge online training platform. You can view entire workouts, 99 cents per view. You can watch it as many times as you want within 6 hours. But let's say you're not sure if a video is right for you. You can watch a free preview. Also, and I'm very excited about this, they have a resources section where I have published, coming up on 50 resource videos. Anything from product reviews, training philosophies, exercise demonstrations, self-help, everything. So the resources are free. So the resources and the previews on 99c.fit are free. And I'm not the only trainer, by the way. There are dozens of qualified foundation trainers covering just about any kind of discipline involving fitness. So give us a shot. 99c.fit. So thank you very much. Time to start my workout. Let's end this with my usual outro. Stay positive, stay strong.